Okay guys, this is a crazy story and I promised you a story time. So a lot of you have been asking me about the time that Quentin Tarantino broke my camera. So this happens to be the anniversary of the date back in 2012, 13 years ago when he was in town and he broke my camera. Kill Bill, Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, a big part of the inspiration of why I do what I do, blogging about film. This story is so crazy that it actually even made the news. It was on the National Post. I remember the headline being, Quentin Tarantino in fit of rage breaks fan's camera. So I'm going to take you back to December 2012. Django Unchained was about to be released. Ahead of its release, there was a Canadian premiere here in Toronto at Scotiabank Theatre, and Quentin Tarantino was to make an appearance, walk the red carpet. So I remember having passes, but I remember being so nervous about missing my chance to get a picture with Quentin Tarantino that I missed the movie. I sort of just waited around at the theater at the foot of the stairwell for him to come down. I had just this inkling that he wasn't going to stay for the whole movie. So this is Scotiabank Theatre, mind you. This is like the escalator of death. So imagine this with me. So Quentin Tarantino, I can see him in the distance and he's approaching closer and closer. He's almost at the foot of the stairwell after this mile-long escalator ride. And my heart is just like going a mile a minute. I've got my little Olympus point-and-shoot camera. It's got a detachable lens. I've got it primed. I've got it turned on. And he's almost here. And he's right in front of me. And I shoot my shot. So I'm like, Quentin, I know you're in a rush. Please, it would mean so much to me. I don't know if he was on a high from, the rush of doing that whole press line. He was so revved up. And when I asked him, he's like, yeah, you want a selfie? He literally reaches over. Okay, no word of a lie. He reaches over, he grabs my camera out of my hand, rips the detachable lens out of the socket, and you can imagine the horror going through my head. I'm like, no! I didn't even want a cell phone photo. I had my camera ready. I wanted a proper posed photo with him. So how am I going to get the selfie now? So grabs the camera. He still manages to take the photo. I know the photo's not going to turn out. There's no way in hell. This lens is almost detached. And I remember the feeling of being so deflated, having the high of him being right in front of me, and then knowing that even though I had a camera there ready, this camera was not working because Quentin, obviously, he damaged my camera. Luckily, there were these two other fans sort of standing in the distance scoping this all out. They got like a candid shot of me and Quentin, which I'll show you now. Thank God for them. I forgot their names. I think John was the gentleman. He used to actually come out and get autographs with his dad. Wherever they are, if they're seeing this, hope they're well. Thank you for capturing this moment. But yeah, can you imagine how crazy that is? Having to go through that high and that down in a span of literally like a minute. And some people do message me to this day, why didn't you go after his management to ask him to replace your camera? I'm like, dude, like seriously, it's Quentin Tarantino. Getting to meet him already, was worth the cost of losing my camera over. So I'm not upset about it. I think it's all actually funny that, people, they're more upset about it than I am. But yeah, that's my Quentin Tarantino story. Paul Dano rocks.